What is going on? Today we are talking about Stellar, the best way to send money frictionless, fast, and low fees across borders internationally. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm on a journey to 1 Bitcoin. I'm a brand new crypto investor. I am not your financial advisor, okay? You don't want me as your financial advisor at all. I have a little lizard brain, gorilla arms, and diamond hands exploring the wild west of cryptocurrency with a whole bunch of other cowboys. If you want to join me and that posse, that gang of cowboys, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell, give us a like button on this channel, grow the platform, and of course, only if you're a generous person. And of course, head into the saloon. That's the Telegram, where we're always talking about new coins, new money moves, entry and exit points. It's just the best way to get connected with all these guys. Now, being Filipino American, I often find myself wanting to send money back to the Philippines to my little old Lola who's trying to, buy a little cow, sell it to, some marketplace to build a church and put a roof on something. And that's what I want to do. But that's just not the extent of sending money back to a country of origin. There are thousands and millions of businesses every day that must rely on international trade. And guess what happens when they try to trade internationally? Well, two things really. One, they must facilitate a delay in price, in spending, in giving money, and transferring money to the other person. It's probably about 2 to 5 business days, honestly. And then you have holidays and weekends, and then you have special days for like different cultures and all this kind of stuff. So there's the first thing. The second thing is most of the world pays in dollar bills, United States dollar bills. Whether we like it or not, the dollar bill is the currency of the world. If no one's trading on that, that means you're not trading with a lot of other people. That's a little less important to this cryptocurrency, rather than the first one, where there's this like a ton of friction. But I'll explain why that's important in the as we go on. But what Stellar, this crypto project, aims to do, it removes the time it takes to send money over there. It removes the high fees that middlemen are including, and it gives security to like these big financial institutions and to the little guy like me and you. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's just get into the what Stellar is here. Stellar is an open network for storing and moving money. So they could do everything: euro, the won, the lumen, which is their native coin, and of course the US dollar. Now, it's borderless, limitless, and powerful. So I thought this was a very helpful use of it. If we go to use Stellar and cross-border payments, maybe this would be very helpful to you. So whenever someone would send money, it would start with a service provider here, and then it would, the invoice would go into the customer's bank. So say I'm sending money to you, you go to my bank, it would go to a middleman bank, and then it would go to their bank. And this usually takes about 2 to 5 business days, depending on the banks and countries. And the fees can be as high as 6%. It can be as high, I've seen 8%. 3 to 8% is typically where you're moving, depending on what country, what bank, etc., etc. And what this is doing is that it actually takes the dollar, or let's just say the coin. It takes the dollar and digitizes it. It adds like a stable coin. And so it makes it into a digital representation of the US dollar on Stellar. So you could call this the dollar coin. So it just basically makes it a stable coin. And then what happens is that dollar never leaves your bank. So it could be called USDC, right? Or, well, that's already taken, but USD Cowboy, right? And that stable coin, that dollar that's pegged to that Stellar, that lumen, like the crypto cowboy dollar, it stays in my bank, so it doesn't move around. But that token can be then moved over and traded across the world. And that's really useful because you're essentially creating your own stable coin, and you're paying and moving money around the world without really moving money around the world. So when someone gets it in China, someone gets it in India, someone gets it in Germany, they could trade around with that, and then they could claim that from you as long as they have that token at any time. And so this is some of the use case here. For instance, no matter how a token moves through the economy, the underlying dollars never leave the bank account of the United States. This makes money borderless. Digital tokens also mean people all over the world can own, buy, and sell the value of a dollar themselves without having a U.S. bank account. Okay, Venezuelans can have its family's net worth in dollars. A Filipino expat can send monies back home. American companies can pay Mexican vendor in dollars, and a vendor can pay its suppliers in turn. So there's a lot of trade that happens internationally, like more than you and I could possibly wrap our little brains around. And all those dollars are going through this long and tedious traditional process of having to get checked and rechecked. Every time you send a dollar overseas, your bank has to confer with their bank, the middleman bank, with their bank, and it all takes some kind of time because no one's on like one central network. But what Stellar aims to do, it seeks to onboard all of the different financial systems in the world onto Stellar. Not that, what crypto is doing. Crypto is trying to replace the financial system, the current financial systems of the world. Stellar is doing something different, and it's trying to integrate with it. It's trying to find these banks. It's trying to find these people, trying to make these partnerships. And speaking of partnerships, they've got a ton of partnerships. Like it's incredible what they've been doing. So they've got a ton of partnerships. This is just like a small snippet of it. You go on the website and you can see just a ton of the community that they're building, the people that they're onboarding, the developers, the businesses, all of it. It's just incredible. And so here's my real quick take on Stellar. I like the concept of it, and I like the fact that it's trying to integrate with financial systems, current financial systems. I think that shows a lot of, people who don't know too much about crypto might not trust it altogether, but they might trust the current financial systems. So there might be like a middle ground here of someone who is not fully invested in crypto, like wants to send money in a better, smarter, cheaper way, but also still wants that security of, these old-fashioned, like you and me, we don't care about those old-fashioned, financial systems, but these guys might. And so I kind of see a growth pattern there. However, I don't like it. I want the whole financial system to be burned, thrown away in the trash, and like us moving to a decentralized financial system. But I admit there are a few steps to get there, and maybe Stellar is one of those steps. The only thing left to do is to check out the charts, which is why I want to be checking this out. So Stellar currently is sitting at a price of 26 cents. And just check out this chart. One of the reasons why I like this is I saw that Coin Bureau, he invested in it. He invested it in probably like early December. And, it's just since then it's popped off like crazy of 2020. So here's the story. Here's the narrative in 2018, which is interesting. And then here's when Coin Bureau invested in it. And it just popped off. It was like crazy. Coin Bureau invested in it at like 4 cents. And if he held, he probably, there's more technical videos of Stellar around here. I'm just doing like a, little cowboy version for you and me, little lizard brain version. We see that in May, since the height of everything, it hit like 64 cents, which is incredible. Now it's back down to 26 cents. And I definitely see that this is just an accumulation period. Look at this time to just it's a great buying opportunity. This is a legit project that's been around since 2014. And it's just, I just think this is an incredible buy right now. I don't particularly like that they want to integrate with the financial systems, the current financial systems. I want to see them all burn. So, and I do see like pushback coming around with the crypto community. Like, hey, you know what? We already have DeFi. Why do we need Stellar? But for the mere fact of I see a middle step here. We can't just, it's complicated getting into DeFi. You know what I'm saying? It's complicated getting into this stuff. I can't see the older generation getting into it, but I could see them getting into something like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's a give and take for me. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, if Stellar is worth the time and worth our money. Well, at the very least, I like that it lines out that, hey, you know what? It's like you creating your own stablecoin. I think that's amazing. And you're able to move money across the world without having to actually move that money. You just tokenize it and then send it over. And of course, it's like a IOU slip. They owe you. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode. You got to have a little lizard brain, gorilla arms, diamond hands, exploring the wild west of cryptocurrency together. Be sure to head to that Telegram, hit the subscribe button if you want to roll with us cowboys, and we'll see you on the moon.